So I got like a bunch of like hate message, like a bunch of like death threats.
Well, new tonight at 11, a drag performer talks about the fallout from drag queen story hours being held at public libraries here and also across the country.
The backlash and protests so widespread that even the American Library Association issued a response.
Well, new tonight at 11, anchor Carla Wade explains why a local performer feels despite the threats, the program is worthwhile.
The next Drag Queen Storytime will take place here at the Gibson Library this Saturday. We had a chance to talk with one of the so-called diversity divas about all of the controversy, and he tells us this is a unique and fulfilling opportunity for drag performers.
Just add glitter.
Woo! In drag culture, a good read doesn't usually involve a room full of children in a suburban public library. But off the stage and out of the club, Matthew Dursky, also known as Polly Porcelain, leaves behind the snark, captivating a group that is both younger and much less cynical than his typical audience.
In Vegas, at least, there's not a lot of opportunities for like queer people or drag queens to do a project like this. And so as soon as I kind of like heard about it, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's such a great opportunity. So I knew I had to do it because like, where else am I going to get that opportunity here?
Relatively new to the drag scene, the opportunity presented itself for Matthew as a part of an LGBTQ outreach program hosted by the public library system. But it's been met with protests here and across the country. Opponents who say the event is not appropriate for small children, finding and taunting drag performers on social media.
So I got like a bunch of like hate message, like a bunch of like death threats.
This video shows protesters outside the Green Valley Library in September. It was organized by a group called Mass Resistance, which is categorized by the Southern Poverty Law Center as a hate group. Matthew says he's met at least one person, initially turned off by the event, who changed her mind after watching, telling him,
this event was not what I thought it was, and I'm happy that, you know, I did come because I got to see that it wasn't a negative thing. We didn't talk about gender to the kids. We didn't talk about sex to the kids. It was just a positive environment.
There aren't a lot of ways for drag performers to be in non-adult spaces, but he says, unlike grown-ups, the kids don't read too much into it at all.
I think they just like that it's a character dressed up fancy reading them a fun book.
Carla Wade, 13 Action News.